It's my turn. Yes, it's my. Oh, man. You know, I got to tell you the truth right now. I've been sitting back all season long, actually for the last few weeks, and even on the radio show, everybody's been saying things. I agree with some of it, but I got to be honest with you, and what you're about to hear will let you know I disagree with probably 80% of what I hear, but you know I love you fair, so I ain't about to argue with you about your choices. But a lot of people did say a lot of things I enjoyed, and they were being more realistic probably than I could ever be. So, you know, with that being said, I want to thank you for joining me tonight. As I say, you can vote. Did you check out? I'm sorry. I'm saying they can't vote yet? Okay. Anyway, once I get started, you can vote. Go to the app. You've got several choices. You'll love the choices. As I go along with my presentation, you can ask me. You know what I think I'll do? You can ask me anything you want. I will go along during the course of my presentation. I'll tell you what I'll tell you, and then you go ahead and say, hey, Ronbo. Go ahead, you can do that. And I'll stop doing what I'm doing. I'll check out from here and there. Okay, so anyway, let's get started. Can I get started now? No, I got to wait. I was just told I got to wait. But anyway. Hey, you know what I want to say something before I get started here? Here's what made me mad. And really still makes me mad. Do people realize that we have a new coach? His name's Kyle Shanahan. Do people also realize that we have pretty much a new organization? Trent Baalke ain't home no more, people. I'm like looking at the schedule right now. I predicted 9 wins. And there's everybody saying, right, you're delusional, man. We're going to win 3 games at the most. We got the easiest schedule we've had in 3 years. Jimmy Tom Sula won 5 games with a schedule that's 3 times harder than this one. But I'm supposed to go along with, you're delusional. Be realistic. We're only going to win 3 or 4 games. What the hell's wrong with you, man? 3 or 4 games. A lighter schedule, better coaching. We flipped the roster, but we can't squeeze out no more than 3 games. Okay, hey, you know what? Let's continue to communicate, okay? And what's the matter? I got something. Anyway, let us continue to communicate on that subject. And I just want to see you on game 4, where we win the 4th game, because we can't beat nobody. That schedule is so scary. Oh my God! There's no Patriots. There's no Steelers. I don't understand. What is this? I mean, did you look at the schedule? And I understand the Panthers don't even have Cam Newton to start. I made a mistake. I said, Cam Newton's they're probably going to beat us that first game. And the Hawks, we're not quite ready for transition. We got to play in the clink. We'll probably lose that game. And then go lose more than that, man. Got the Cardinals, got the Rams, got this. Rams? So, I'm through talking to you. Finished. If you think the 49ers are that weak, I'll just wait and see you in a few weeks after. Oh, hey, I'm supposed to be doing a presentation now. Don't get me started on that subject, man, because ooh, God, go give me a hard time because I said we're going to win 9. I didn't say nothing about no playoffs or Super Bowl. Okay, anyway, let me go ahead. I'm being told you can vote again. Okay, you don't vote now. Wait till I get started. Okay, anyway, round 1. Is the number 2 overall pick. Let me warn you tonight. Don't be shocked by anything. In fact, everything you hear tonight is probably going to be as much as you know me. You should have probably seen it coming. Christian McCaffrey, Stanford University. He is the number 2 overall pick in the 2017 NFL Draft by the San Francisco 49ers. And why? There's a reason for this. No, he's not going to be an every down back, but he's going to be on that field probably more than even the defense. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to use McCaffrey in a way. You see, McCaffrey is not a running back. McCaffrey goes under the title of OW. I got 2 of them. I got a big one and I got a little one. When you watch McCaffrey out on that field, You ever see them cyborgs in those movies? All the camera shows you looking through the cyborg's lens, and data is just calculating and clicking. When he runs downfield, you see McCaffrey, man. You see that head keeping straight because he's got so much discipline in his form. He's watching everything. Things go. You see him. There's a defender. Boom. Avoid defender left. Boom. Don't avoid defender right. Boom. Avoid the straight ahead. Quick, sharp right. Boom. I've watched him work, and I said, you know, there's something inhuman about Christian McCaffrey. I like him. When he's running routes, it's like somebody, as he was 2 or 3 years old, taught him how to run route. It's like they said during the combine. The dude runs better routes than anybody out here today, and I'm talking about the wide receivers. I want that boy. I'm gonna put, you know what? Because first of all, Fournette's not coming to San Francisco. He's being used as a ploy to grab trades. What's going to end up happening is Carlos Hyde is going to be number 1, and McCaffrey's going to be that other back. But McCaffrey's going to be in the slot. McCaffrey's going to line up on the edge. McCaffrey's going to be in the backfield. He's going to be all over the place. Meanwhile, I got the other OW deployed in other places. While the defensive coach said, what the hell am I supposed to do with this? God, they're attacking me from every angle. You want this job? You take it. See, that's the kind of stress I want to cause. There you go. Moving down now to my second pick. I love this. I really do. Round 2. Corey Davis, pick number 34. Now, you know what? I know what you're saying. What makes you think Corey Davis is going to be around for 34? You see, my feeling is Corey has not displayed himself very often. And out of sight, out of mind. I figure a lot of coaches are concerned with the fact that he is just now surfacing as being healthy and able to get out and work out. So with that being said, coaches will say, well, I'll pick him up in the 3rd and 4th round if he's still out there. Because there's going to be a lot of anticipation going away from Corey Davis, except for the very sharp. That's the risk I run. Corey Davis, I mean, he's projected to go 1-2 anyway. Hauled in 97 receptions for 1,500 yards, 19 TDs. He continues to impress with his route running, which is what I am so impressed with. I want to see a wide receiver that has the ability to gain separation. I look at Corey and I say, Lord, please, put that boy in a 49er uniform. God. We've been needing it for years, Lord, please. So you see, when he catches the ball, he's and you know what I should do? Let me say, Bay Area Raiders, why is there a no option in voting? I love you, Ronbo, but this draft is no. Bay Area Raiders, I put that there just because I knew you'd show up with all your negativity. You can write in a ballot. Hey, why is it? Nick McGlure. Nobody's. Let me get the one thing straight. For those who are not aware of the fact that Kyle Shanahan does not run a bell cow system, nobody said Carlos Hyde's not going to be employed. Carlos Hyde is one of 2. It's a 2-headed monster. Last year, Devontae Freeman, Coleman, they switched off back and forth to lend another dynamic, which is called change of speed. It will continue. That's the way Kyle's style works. All right. Now, as I'm saying about Corey, he needs to gain a little weight, though. And with that said, he shall be fine. Now, here's the thing. Now, with Corey Davis, I was a little worried because I know there's a lot of GMs that are as smart as I am. They may take Corey Davis may leave at number 13 or 14. Now, what I've done is I've got an alternate. My alternative is going to be, and this year, there are a lot of freaks. There are a lot of freaks in the tight end ranks. And there are some hybrids out there. Hey, what was that? What was it? What was the guy with the guy with that had the little guy that's always like with mini me? Anyway, that's what I want to do. I was saying David Njoku, if indeed I can't get Corey, I said to myself, why don't you make sure that you have a second option? Because offense is so needed on this team. This team is bleeding with no offensive juice. We are anemic. We are like a girl who needs to take B vitamins and drink liver all day long to get her iron back up. Njoku was also possibly going to go to the Miami's going to grab it. I got to have a long running thin receiver. So there you go. Njoku was my alternate. Should I not be able to pull that off? God. Sources across the NFL have been comparing Njoku to freakishly athletic tight ends like Vernon Davis, Eric Ebron. Njoku was excellent for Miami in 2016. The redshirt sophomore is a dangerous receiver who uses speed to get open and size to make contested catches downfield. 43 receptions for 698 yards with 8 touchdowns in 2016. God, I get such a rush thinking about them dudes out there. People try to hang with him. Hey, sweet them, grab the ball. Yeah, shorty, I got the ball up here, man. I see you. Touchdown, 49ers! Toby says, Ronbo, we don't know if he is going to use a bell cow or not. This is the first time being a hard. Toby, if history has taught us anything, we do know last year's Super Bowl winning team did indeed feature a two-back system. Why would he and his men decide all of a sudden that we're going to run a bell cow system? I don't believe it. So that's what I'm saying. It's a two-back system. It will continue to be a two-back system. Why? Because that was what got them to the Super Bowl. Oh, that ain't even an argument point. But I understand your thoughts. My OW sticks. Anyway, hey, round 3. Now listen, round 3. Now I am concerned. This is pick number 66. I am indeed concerned with the fact that Jimmy Ward is supposedly going to be designated as the free safety, and he cannot be the only free safety. That, indeed, when I was picking out my offensive weapons, and you know how I enjoy picking out my offensive weapons, when that was the case, I got concerned, and I says, if Jimmy Ward goes down, there's nobody to play center field, not really. So I said, Ronbo, ease up on the offense for a minute and find some help for Jimmy. I picked out, of course, Budda Baker. Now, I know what you're thinking. Now, Budda Baker probably should have went at number 34. But there is a projection he could drop to the 3rd round. Budda's 5'10", 195. You see, because I looked down through the list and I seen some of the needs that some of the people might want. This, for that reason, I said Budda might just creep in early into the 3rd round. But if he doesn't, now Budda had 71 tackles with 2 interceptions, 6 passes broken up. He needed to get stronger to tackle in the NFL. He'll need to do that. But you know what? Budda tackles. Budda don't be playing around. This is the knock on Malik, and I like Malik because he's a ball hawk. But Budda's a ball hawk, and he can give you that option as well. Now, if Budda is not available, I do have an alternative. I got Eddie Jackson. Eddie Jackson, Alabama. 6 foot weight is 201. 32.25 long arms. Projected 40 times, 459. Now, that's not good. But what I know, neither is Malik. These guys know how to take, they both know how to take angles, and they also have anticipation. And see, this is even what the fastest guys can't do. These slower guys can be there before they are, you know. Hey, Alex says, how happy would you be if we drafted Reuben Foster at number 2 and then got Corey Davis in the 2nd round? Yeah, I might be able to go for that, but nah, I don't want to. I can't run the risk of losing the ultimate OW. You can get Reuben later anyway. If you haven't heard, Reuben Foster, Reuben's in big trouble. We might be able to get Reuben in the 3rd. Now, I wouldn't run that gamble if I was going to get Reuben. Reuben is the kind of guy now that I'm going to stay away from. And I know he's a good football player, but you know what I worry about with Reuben Foster? If guys come into the league before day 1, having diluted their little sample, that means they have a serious issue. Do you realize the odds of you getting into the NFL? Do you not see the importance of keeping your nose clean before day one? If Reuben Foster, and I ain't even mad at him about what happened at the hospital, or anything else for that matter, what I'm concerned with is his mentality. Reuben, you go and have that problem, knowing that the possibility of getting caught could ruin your life. Does that mean that after he gets into the NFL, that all of a sudden his whole perspective is going to change? Will he let the grass go? Because they're going to call him in randomly from this point until God knows when for those tests. We lose the inside linebacker. 5-4 games. No. And the next time Reuben gets caught, it will be a second offense, I believe. Because Goodell's writing all these things down. 10 damn games. He's losing 4 now as it is. 10 games. There we are in the middle of a drive. We need our inside linebacker. Where is he? He's suspended. Reuben he got caught. So you know what? I'm getting like the 49ers. I'm cutting Reuben off. I can't do it. I can't do it. Anyway, Texas, do you still think our guys will still drag ass since we got Goodman, Garcon, Zuzik? Our offense will score good anyway. But you answered your own question though, Tyler. I guess I can't answer that. You already answered. That also wants to know, two-back system will consist of Hyde and Hightower. Yeah, maybe. You see, what everybody should know is this. There are no promises in that camp. The coaches have made that already a promise. You see, they've said we are creating healthy competition for a reason. If you come into camp and you don't win the battles, you will indeed sit. Or worse, you'll be waived or said goodbye or practice squad you go. You see, the 49ers, the mentality of being nice to people for just being sake of being nice, it's gone. You win your job or you don't. That's all there is to it. Hightower, Carlos Hyde, everybody is on notice. They don't know those people. They didn't pick these people. They picked a couple that they just picked up. But if you come into camp and you're dragging ass and you're getting beat out by a rookie, that rookie's got your job, baby. That's the way it's going to be. They've already made that clear. Everybody gets a fair shot. They don't care what your name is. You either win the spot or you don't. Oh, I like that. That's the markings of a winning team. Oh, hey. So I've got Eddie Jackson, Alabama. Should I not be able to get Budda Baker? I was a little concerned about that. Okay. Because he did a good job in Jackson. I was watching film of him yesterday. So you know what? Eddie could be a safe alternative, couldn't he? But if Jimmy Ward goes down, he'll be there. And you know what's going to be funny? Because like I mentioned about contesting, if you come in and lose, if Eddie Jackson comes in and beats him out, so be it. That's the way it is. Hey, they didn't draft any of these people. They don't have no favoritism. You win or you lose. It's survival of the fittest in Santa Clara this year, baby. All right, pick number 4. 109, Jordan Leggett, tired end, Clemson. You know, it'd be funny, though, if I can't get my boy, I get up with the joke you. So if I can't get Corey Davis, I do it. I got 2 super tight ends. That could be interesting. One of them's going to be a wide receiver. I'll change him. Anyway, Jordan Leggett, 6'6". I like them long, tall targets. 258. He's got 33.5-inch arms. He's got 10, almost 11-inch hands, man. He runs a 4.7, 340. Leggett had 46 catches for 736 yards with 7 touchdowns on a very prolific offense. The Tigers of Clemson. Oh, he's an athletic tight end who likes, like he has 3-down potential for the NFL. You see, why I pick out a guy like Leggett to run alongside? No, I didn't say I'm going to make Vance McDonald sit. I'm going to be running a lot of 2 tight end sets as well. I want an athletic body out there, and I want a pile driver like I got Vance McDonald. Either one of those guys get the ball in midfield, and they're gone. Vance can move like a truck, and you already know what Leggett can do. Oh, Oh my God, I like that option. They opened up that game for every receiver I got on the field. Stacking the box? Go ahead, stack that box. I'll eat you up with Kyle Shanahan's system. Throwing receivers open, throwing time and routes, putting them in position to win. Go, God, yes. I gotta. All right, now, fourth pick, number 2. Hey, sir, I do realize that I got to have a cornerback. And one of the most colorful guys in the draft that could be available, Rasul Douglas, West Virginia. This dude is exactly what we're looking for. 6'2". He's 204. And you know, he reminds me of the guy we've already got. Rashard Robinson, both of them have attitude. You know, the thing about having 2 guys with attitude on the same field at the same time, that really intrigues me. And this kid can play. So I got Rasul. He's a, you know, and he's a junior college project, which concerned me, but, you know, he went to West Virginia. But anyway, he didn't play much as a junior. He made the most of his senior year as he tied as the nation's leader with 8 INTs. He also recorded 70 tackles and 8 passes broken up. He's got good size to him for the NFL, and they see him being a big press man corner. God, that's my guy. That's what we're doing in San Francisco with the 43, man. Get all over it. Get their news and be all over him. I want him like a snake. I mean, I'm like an octopus running downfield with these guys. So I got Rasul. He is my second pick in round 4. All right. And 5th round pick, number 146. You know, I thought about a few quarterbacks in this draft. And I said, you know, I watched film on just about all of them. And then I had no faith in Brad Kaaya. And then I watched this film. And I sat there for about 5 minutes after the snap. I skipped it. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1. 1. You see, you know what I'm counting? Brad Kaaya can scan a field and get rid of that ball. He averages 2 seconds. That is Kyle style. I didn't think much of him before. He had lost a couple of receivers from the year before, but he still hadn't joke you when they were still doing a number. I said, you know, they get on him because he has no mobility. Felicia's boy don't need no mobility. Felicia's boy has got some kind of mind that snaps quick. He's reading that field, dissecting what to do. He gets rid of that ball. I said, Brad, I'm yelling at the TV. Brad, I'm sorry, man. I thought you sucked. You my guy. 5th round. They say you dropped to the 5th. I'll take you. Brad Kaaya is going to be a year project. He's got it. Oh, he's got it. You know, oh, God, he's perfect. Hey, sit down to Nellos. Nellos is pointing this out. I was looking at Nellos like, Nellos, I don't know about Brad Kaaya, man. See, that goes to show. You need to go check people out before you say no. Brad Kaaya I got a feeling he's been noticed. I don't know. We'll see. This one could actually be. Kyle may do it. We'll see. One general manager of a playoff team that is very skilled in quarterback evaluation said that Kaaya, as a 5th round pick, they feel he has no mobility, can't throw well while under pressure. I watched him. Kaaya got dropped a couple of times, but he got rid of the ball before he left, and he hit strikes. I said, does badly under pressure? Coach, did you stay and watch a little longer? He just got dropped on his ass, and he delivered a strike. So, okay. Anyway, he's a 62% percentage of his passes completed for 3,532 yards, 27 TDs, 7 INTs on the season. Anyway, and he looked bad I didn't say he looked bad at the combine, but I didn't pay much attention to the quarterbacks at the combine as most people did. 5th round, 2, I got Dalvin Tomlinson, defensive tackle. I know what you can say. Ronbo, man, where's the pass rush? You know what I'm going to do? I said to myself, you know what? What I'm going to provide is a lot of solid meat up the middle. See, and Tomlinson can move. From what I realize, I mean, he's 6'3", 312. Yes, he's a good run stuffer, which is important for those people who keep crying about, we gave up how many yards last year on the run. Nobody cares about the fact that everybody got injured and we didn't have anybody out there. So I says, you know, fine. And I just play along with it, and I'll go ahead and get a run stuffer. You know, I got Mitchell in there, and everybody says, Mitchell was number 2. He was the worst guy on the list. So I'm going to say, okay, right, all right. I'll get Tomlinson. He's a good run stuffer. He was for Alabama, and that's a lot of pedigree involved in that, right? Really improved late in 2016 season with more plays in the backfield. Had 62 tackles with 3 sacks. For a big man that size getting sacks and can stuff the run, I think I like this Tomlinson kid. Put together a good week of practice at the Senior Bowl and wowed teams in interview sessions. So, hey, Tomlinson's my boy. I'll take him. 6th round, Freddy Stevenson, fullback. Hey, you know what's so funny about getting a fullback? Because Kyle uses a fullback in his system, right? And so I'm looking down through the list, and I'm looking at film, and you know what's really funny? You can get a fullback right now undrafted. They don't even draft. They're all considered free agents. But I did look at this guy, Freddy Stevenson. He's the only guy ranked. But he's ranked to be, you know, he can go in the 6th round, right? So he's 6 foot, 236. He's a big guy. And guess who he was blocking for? Yeah! Dalvin Cook can thank this dude for paving the way for him. So I says, hey, I'll take him. Because somebody's going to, right? But I'd say put him behind the juice. Something happens to juice, bring him on. Bring him on. All right. 6th round, number 2. I couldn't stand it, man. I had to do it. This job is for all those who failed before us. This job is for everybody and all the failures we've suffered as a team here at Clemson. We're bringing it home, yo. We're bringing it home. I said, Ben, come on, man. You got me going. Stop, man. Stop. You're on my team, man. You know what Ben Boulware brings to a team? He brings heart. He brings soul. If his infection goes throughout that locker room, God, I love that dude. If he's around in the 6th round, he's a 49. Hey, 7th round, I laughed because I seen his name. Stanley, boom, Williams, running back out of Kentucky. He's only 5'7". He weighs 190 pounds. And then I thought about it. I said, you know what? It says here Williams is a fast back, was a threat to rip off a long run on any carry. That one checked him out, right? I started laughing. I says, how do you grab that dude? He's worse than Darren Sproles. Okay, you know what? Oh, shit. I thought he had his ass. This dude, man. Yeah. 7th round pick, instead of picking an offensive tackle I ain't gonna never use, or picking some player I ain't gonna never have a possibility using, let me get this guy, man. So Stanley Boom Williams in the 7th round, so he had 8 receptions for 56 yards and a score. He showed more receiving skills as a sophomore than a freshman, over which he totaled 30 catches as a sophomore. I'm going to put Boom back there and let him run them kickoffs back. And y'all you try to catch him, okay? Because every time you drop to go get him, his balance is ridiculous. He's going to duck underneath you and go left or right. Whichever way you go, Boom is gone. Oh, man. Okay. Anyway, let me check out the questions here. Say whose name right? Oh, all right, I'm sorry. I've always had a problem with that. Kaaya. Okay, you want to make sure you get all the vowels right. Kaaya. Sorry. All right, let me go over my picks once more time. All right, 1st round is Christian McCaffrey out of Stanford. 2nd round, Corey Davis, wide receiver, Western Michigan. Alternative, in case I can't get him, David Njoku, tight end out of Miami. 3rd round, Budda Baker, safety, Washington. Alternative, in case I can't get the Budda, man, I'm going to go ahead with Eddie Jackson out of Alabama because Eddie's done a very good body of work till he broke his leg. That boy is... fourth round, Jordan Leggett, tight end Clemson. You know him. I don't need to tell you anything more about him. Rasul Douglas has got attitude and skills. I'm going to put him next to Shard, and I'm going to have them intimidate every team in the league that tries to run a deep route. Because all the way down the field, I can just hear him now. Boy, you ain't got no chance, man. Hey, here come the ball, bitch. Turn around, catch it. Ah! Psych, man. You run open. Get your weak ass back down there. I'll be waiting for you to get back. You know, I need that kind of element in my team. There's fifth round. It's Brad Kaaya. Okay? Yeah. Anyway, fifth round, Dalvin Tomlinson to provide a little more beef up in front because I got plenty of pass rushers. I'm not concerned with that. Defensive tackle. Sixth round, Freddy Stevenson, fullback out of Florida State, just in case something happens with the juice. I do not want him because right now, we only have one fullback. And then sixth round, Ben Boulware to bring something to that locker room. And he can't. And you know what? Ben Boulware is not that bad. I mean, he's an inside linebacker that's used on special teams. But if we can have Boulware on this team and have an upgrade from that, and I think Boulware probably is, I'm taking him. In seventh round, Stanley Boom Williams. Let's see if he can make the team. Running back out of Kentucky. Yeah, that felt good. All right, here come the questions. Go Hard wants to know, are your starters on defense player by player across the D-line, linebackers, corners, and safeties? Are your starters on defense player by player across the D-line, linebackers, corners, and safeties? Go Hard, I'm not sure about that question. Are your starters on the defense? My starters on the defense. You want me to give you my starters on the defense? The D-line, until he proves otherwise, I've got Aaron Lynch at one defensive end, and I've got Mitchell starting at the defensive tackle. Next to him is going to be, of course, Buckner, and then next to him, of course, is going to be Eric Armstead. Does that answer your question? I'm not sure what... okay. Anyway, and linebackers, linebackers are pretty much all set, too. Although, we could have used another linebacker, and I am concerned about missing that. We got Smith. Right now, it looks like it's going to be Smith, Bowman, and... Hey, do we have a fourth? No, we don't have... we don't have a fourth. All right, so it's Smith, Bowman, and Ray. This guy... Isn't there one more? Okay. Ian Sharp. Ian Sharp believes I haven't had my coffee yet. I tried not to do that, actually. Michael says, what made you select Christian McCaffrey over Leonard Fournette? Are there concerns that you made take Leonard off your board? No, you know what? Because I see Leonard Fournette as what he is. He's a downhill north-south runner. And I've seen him running, but I don't see him being as quick as I think he should be for the kind of zone outside scheme they're going to be running. He's a great running back, make no mistake about it. He's going to be famous in the NFL, no doubt about it. But it would cheat both him and the 49ers if he came and ran in the 49ers scheme. It doesn't really take advantage of his skill set as it should be. He'd be complaining after a while, after he'd get a few of those games where he'd get shut down. And there's big guys in the NFL, they are going to stop him. He's going to be tough, but he needs to be on his own terms. Don't make him run a zone scheme. Scoop, watch the crease, make your one cut go. It's just not, I don't think. McCaffrey, he's a natural at that system. That's why I'm picking him. And Carlos Hyde is pretty much what he ran pretty much at Ohio State. But he needs to alter his concept a little bit too. So I figure between McCaffrey and Hyde, that could be a very interesting combination. So, yeah. Anyway, what do you got here? Depressed Niner fans. He said, Ronbo real life tripping. Terrence says, do you really think Corey Davis will be there at number 3? No, man, I'm really worried about Corey Davis. That's why I picked Njoku, because I says, you know what? I want an offensive force, a weapon at that pick. And I said, if I cannot get Davis, which is very, very, very probable, I'm going to get Njoku. And I'm probably not going to get Njoku either because he is elite as well. And he's 20 years old. When Njoku gets 22, he's going to own the NFL. And Travis Moss says, Reuben Foster, next Josh Gordon to Randy Gregory. You know what? And somebody said something about Cleveland's wide receivers. Josh Gordon is going to be a part of that group. Just realized that's scary. Reuben Foster, yeah, I told you about Reuben Foster. Reuben Foster worries me now, and I'm not normally the kind of guy that passes judgment like that. But if he would have gotten busted after he got into the league, I might have said, he did it before he got in the league. I'm kind of concerned about that because those guys always leave you hanging and helpless. Suddenly, now I got no inside linebacker. Why? He's suspended. That bothers me. Rabda Biswas. No, I can't. I guess I can't even ask that question. if we met Myles Garrett, if we get Myles Garrett, I don't get that question though. Myles Garrett. You know what? I will address the question in this fashion though. It seems the Browns and 49ers are playing this little game with each other. The 49ers are threatening to take Mitchell Trubisky, right? Apparently, it must be a solid rumor that the Browns may want Mitchell. The 49ers would love to get that first pick, and they'd love to get some picks away from the Browns, right? So the 49ers have all of a sudden stopped harping about Leonard Fournette in an attempt to get at either the Carolina Panthers or the Jaguars, who they know want Leonard Fournette really badly. So you notice in the last couple of days, they stopped with that, and all of a sudden they shifted toward, we're going after Mitchell Trubisky. Why 49ers? So it kind of turns out, all of a sudden now you're hearing that the Browns are talking about Mitchell Trubisky? Or what? So, now they're playing games. So who's going to jump first? They're playing poker. Who's going to flinch, all right? So hell, your boy Solomon's going in the third. He's going to Chicago. Marlon wants to know, why would you go McCaffrey over Dalvin Cook? Quite honestly, Dalvin Cook may be just slightly overrated as far as that goes. Dalvin Cook is good. I watched both of them on film closely. Christian's actually a little more polished than Dalvin. You see, what most people are looking at too hard, if they were both the same color, I have a feeling it would be a little more clear as to actually who is the elite. It's not something I'm going to, I'm just saying, it's like another NFL person said, if Christian McCaffrey weren't what the color he is, he'd be top 5. So, it is what it is, and that's the way people get. But that's why I took him. He's a little more refined. He's a little more disciplined. He's a little more sharp. His balance is actually a little better. Dalvin's a great running back. I ain't saying he ain't. He is. But between the two, I want the best. There's a reason why McCaffrey was rated the number 2 running back in this year's system. All right. Why wouldn't you trade back with the Jaguars at number 4 to get McCaffrey and get an extra pick? The trade down is something that I stayed away from just because I don't know who I'd trade down with and how I'd treat it. The Jaguars would be the ideal place to trade down, right? The Jaguars have made no notion toward wanting to give away that pick. Even the Panthers seem to be content to keep their pick. It's like in a year where there's no quarterback that's making people crazy, the number 1 and 2 pick, unfortunately for us, came at the wrong time. If there were premier quarterbacks this year that everybody wanted, God, we would have. It's just a 49er luck. We would have been sitting in high cotton, man. But no, there's no real threat at the top. So people aren't even going for it. And I don't know if people are really worried about trading for a running back or anything else. It doesn't, we'll see in the next couple of days. If next week I'm wrong on this, though, I'll enter a public apology. But I get the feeling the 49ers are not going to get anybody to trade up to them. If they do, they're going to be like the Texans sitting way down there, whatever. Hey, 49ers! You guys want to trade that pick? Who is this? Texas! Oh, wow. Well, listen. Yeah, but if we do, we want a second round pick and a third round pick and your first round pick next year. Hello? Hello? Yeah, see, it's a scary call. Anyway, go on. Also, Ronbo, who are you starting offensive linemen? Oh, offensive linemen. Right now, Staley's got another year left in him, and Bales is going to be he's going to be in a war. I say Bales most likely is going to be in the war because we got between him and last year's center, of course, is going to be last year's center, Daniel Kilgore, and the new guy we got, Zuda. Between one of them, Zuda or Kilgore, is going to win that battle in center. It's going to come down to whichever one can actually, because Kyle Shanahan's game, as you know, is strongly influenced by the center position. The center actually does a lot of the audibling, and he also reads the defense, but he's got to be quick about it. He's got to be able to scale that field and say exactly what's coming up, and let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. So it's going to be either Staley, Zuda, or Kilgore. See, Kilgore and then Staley, Kilgore, or Zuda, or switch Zuda and Kilgore. And then, of course, you got the child prodigy on the other side and Joshua Gornett. And, of course, you got the man mountain on the left, right tackle in Trent Brown. So that. And there's also going to be, I think there's a couple other guys on the bench. So the 49ers, the offensive line, like I was telling people who keep saying things like, the offensive line sucks. The offensive line has been together for one season. Joshua Garnett has been called a bust. I consider that science fiction. Joshua Garnett was a rookie that missed camp from the beginning and came in and caught on really quickly. Do not look for Joshua Garnett to struggle this year. And for what Kyle wants, he's going to be awesome in that moving system where you got to work at space. That's his forte. As far as protecting the quarterback, he's got some things to learn with that. Trent Brown, I don't even worry about it. This is his third season. Look for Trent Brown to go to the Pro Bowl this year. No doubt about it. All right. Kenneth Hyde says, if Brown shoots Trubisky, would you trade Garrett for a hell of picks? If no one wants Thomas, why would they want Garrett? You know? That's a good point. Wait, but you know what, Kenneth? People think that, Garrett has won the approval of just about everybody who's anybody in the NFL as far as the people who do the talking heads, right? So no matter what Miles does, he's considered the gold, the apex, the standard for this year's draft pick as far as linemen go. So if you do get Miles and you do want to juggle him and trade him, you may be able to do just that. Solomon Thomas, I really think he's a good football player, but I think we got enough of Solomon Thomas. There was no way if I was in charge we would be drafting a third defensive lineman in a row with all the needs that we've had on an offense that's been anemic for ever since, God, Hector was a pup, okay? So that says, why not have two first rounders? That would have been nice. But will Cleveland bite? See, I wasn't going on hypotheticals. I was going to go ahead and go for what I think might happen. Barry Race, you're going offense in a way better defensive class. What is wrong? You see, Barry Race, that's the point you made exactly. This class is defense rich. We've only got a few options offensively. With that said, I got plenty of rounds to get defense with only a one round to get an offensive player. That is why I went defense in the first two rounds. Because of that. All right. Now, I'm getting a note here. We will go live during the draft for whoever else. Is that Trey? Trey, yes, we're going live during the draft. Now, let me get back to the question. You can get defensive players in the second round, you get them in the third round, you get them in the fourth round, they'll all be quality picks. This is why. To me, that is using good sense and ration. All right. Niner Elite says, need to stop talking about offense so much. This draft. Hey, defense every year, people. You're the ones I'm telling you right now. You need points to win a ball game. Your defense needs points to protect. For them going out there on every series trying to protect a 0-0 lead, or heaven forbid, to get behind 7-0 and try to hold that 7-0 until the fourth quarter when we can finally get going is BS. Get some weapons. The Giants have OBJ. Matty Ice has got a bunch of weapons, but he's got Julio. DeMaris, he's over in Denver. I look around the league and I say, why do so many people have something that all DCs have to worry about? When these teams come to us, I mean, you look at New Orleans, they're stacked. You look at the Patriots, the standard. Is everybody worried about their defense? Yeah, but you know what? They're worried about their offense too. Why? Because they got weapons. So when you come in there and you got nothing but a defense, off an offensive coordinator, all I got to do is plan. I've seen your defense before. All I got to do is scheme around it, and you're dead. You're friggin' dead. Why? Because I'm not afraid of your offense. You can't score any points. We went 2-14 last year. 5-11 the year before. Why? Not only did we not have a defense, we didn't have an offense either. I'm sick of it. Okay, worse. Travis says, do you think Vance getting big contract after team bad season will diminish his play this year? You know what's really funny about Vance? Check out social media right now. Vance is all over the place introducing himself to people. Vance is feeling pretty good about this season. I think he's going to be working hard. Vance is a family man, so he's going to want to impress. Just as course, 49ers will make no doubt about keeping him and trading him, feeling bad about the money they paid him. All right. Yeah, Kim, I know about defense winning championships. I don't think, no, I don't want to say something else about our own defense right now. I don't see our defense as being that bad. That's the one thing that I also don't see. The defense everybody is going by is what happened last year with half the defense on the IR. That could happen no matter how many players you add to the defense. They're still going to end up on the IR, right? And they're still going to be missing. The defensive front line, I like it. The 4-3 people that have been 4-3 people that were thrown into a 3-4 system, you got a lot of those guys. I want to see what they look like. I have a feeling that they're going to be back in their element, and they are going to be just kick ass. This is why I didn't go defensive nuts like everybody is doing. I don't see the sensibility in it. All right. We are picking a running back in the first round, especially number 2. Yeah, okay, Kim, I got it. Okay. Anyway, go on. That's not a question. Okay. Ronbo, give us one shocking trade or cut before week 1. One shocking trade. I still, Joe Staley could be the biggest shock, but maybe not because we don't have a tackle to equal Joe Staley. And Eric Reed is the only ticking time bomb on the team. But Eric may not be able to fetch anything because I think everybody knows that Eric Reed might be a ticking time bomb, so they won't make a deal with the 49ers. There would be Carlos Hyde if indeed the 49ers did pull Fournette and they do want a power runner. So there's only 2 of those guys I could see. I really got no shocking trade. I really don't. I just can't figure. It's just really hard. If in the first round they picked up, And he just needs to be clear on the wall. If in the first round, indeed, they picked up Jamal Adams, then, of course, Eric Reed would be the guy. Because you don't need to keep stacking safeties. You know, we got 2. You throw him on top of the stack. We got 3 strong safeties. And I know Eric Reed's a free safety, but he's not going to play free safety in this system, right? So we'd have 3 strong safeties. Now you do have one that's expendable. So, you know, is that the end of the question? No. Okay. Anyway, Travis says, do you think we got Gilliam offensive tackles because Trent Brown might need better? Yeah. See, we picked up him as well. I understand now. I was in some conversation. Was that yesterday? Word is that Mr. Gilliam is very good in space as far as an offensive tackle. They got him and they penciled him in as a backup according to what was being written about him. So he's kind of a backup, you see, because the 49ers don't see anybody this year being particularly draft worthy in this draft. There's a couple of guys, but you figure they're going to go right away. So that's why they pretty much went out after Gilliam and begged him to come and play for him, right? I mean, the guy already said, I don't want to play for you guys. And point, come on. And they brought him back. William Coleman says, please reply to my question. Why would we pick Reuben Foster if he failed his drug test? Can't run the combine, am I fault? No, I addressed that a little while ago. I just now seen your question, though, but I really wonder if the 49ers are going to look at Reuben. He could fall to him and Mixon could be right there together in the 4th round, actually. It's going to be interesting to see some of the guys that are in trouble, how far they tumble. Now the conversation getting back, looks like Mixon may move up to round 2. But Reuben, who, 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, last month Reuben's writing letters to everybody in the NFL. I understand he was calling everybody up on the phone the other day. If you're a GM, you're kind of busy and you can't believe that somebody that's about to get the opportunity of a lifetime is having those issues. You're starting to believe that I'm bringing issues into my club and I already know. It gets kind of scary, you know? So I don't know what's going to happen to Reuben. He needs to follow procedure on that shoulder. How many strikes? Strike 1! Strike 2! Reuben's got 1 more strike to go. I hope he can get clean between now and draft night. He's in big trouble. Oh, yeah, you found him. Oh, there he is. Go away, Nighthawk. Let me get another question here. Let's see. Kenneth says, do you think Kyle will remain offensive coordinator or will he eventually hire one he likes? No. In fact, Kenneth, what we need to be concerned with, do not let Kyle stop being the offensive coordinator. There's no mind in the NFL that's as sharp as his. I want him hands-on with that offense all the time. This is why people don't understand. The 49ers are going to score points this year and probably a little more prolific than anybody can imagine. This is why I'm excited about the offense. And the defense will indeed have something to protect. I don't have to sit there with the Bible in my hand saying things like, oh, God, please. Defense has only got a 3-point lead, but let them get to the 4th quarter, please. I'm so tired of that. Anyway, this is what I'm hoping for. I don't think Kyle knows. Kyle doesn't seem like the kind of personality that would think somebody's better than he is as far as running an offense. So I think that will never happen, Kenneth. Alex says, who would you have as starters on the defensive line? Okay, let me go through it again. All right. On the front 4, I've got Aaron Lynch. Next to him, I've got Earl Mitchell. Next to him, I got Big Buckner. And next to him, it's Eric Armstead. And my Leos, I've got, the 4-3 line works. And out here, I got Malcolm Smith on one side. Who's my other guy? You know what? I think I'm going to put Ahmad Brooks over there until he gets too old. Ray. No, I'm going to put Ray back there. You know what? I got to figure out who's going to. It's going to have to be a battle in the camp. We're going to see about that one. All right. Michael says, do you think Brad will win the starting job preseason over Hoyer? Inexperience. No matter what people think about Hoyer, in Kyle's hands, he's not going to be as ineffective as most people perceive. In fact, what a lot of people don't know is before Hoyer broke his arm last year, The guy was on fire, hadn't thrown any INTs, had 6 touchdowns, and I think in as many games. Hoyer may have hit some plateau or something, but I got a feeling Hoyer's going to make everybody say, damn, he wasn't that good last year, but he actually was. Before he hurt his arm, Hoyer was kicking ass in Chicago. So, we'll see. Hey, Nighthawk! I actually invited Nighthawk, but I said, Nighthawk, give me some visual.
What's up?
Nah, give me some visual, Nighthawk. I only got your logo.
Yeah, you got my logo.
Yeah, click your cam, man. Let me get some visual on there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I got Nighthawk because I wanted to ask him about some of the picks, but we got him in here a little late. Let me check out another question so he gets that set up. Alex says yeah, there you are. All right, I believe he's got. Is that the draft night hat? Yeah, look at you, Nighthawk. Oh man, I wish I had that hat. Alex says, Nighthawk, if we do draft Reuben Foster, are you going to be disappointed? I think Bowman is going to take him under his wing and make him much better. Reuben is the future. Might be the next Ray Lewis. Oh, hey, Reuben Foster can play some football. I mean, you know what? Earlier, when everybody was talking about defense, all we need is defense. I said, you know what? If that is the case, I do not want. I want Reuben at the number 2 spot. But, Nighthawk. Wake Nighthawk up. Nighthawk, would you still take Reuben Foster?
Yeah, I'll still take him.
Yeah? You got no problem with the situation?
Nope.
Now, hey, Nighthawk, did you... Nighthawk's very blasé about it. Hey, Nighthawk, did you hear any of my other picks? Nighthawk, people don't appreciate that I went offensive heavy. They don't want to score no points. They just want us to stop everybody else from scoring points. They don't care about defensive coordinators going, oh, we're playing the 49ers? I'll come in.
Yeah,
I can prepare.
I mean, the offense would be. I think we need help on both sides.
Yeah, we do. But which side has been the worst in the last? Let's go back to the Harbaugh era. Which side has been the worst in your mind?
Well, I'm gonna say it was. I said that. I think the defense a little bit.
The defense was worse or better than the offense?
Well, the offense was better than defense when we had our Harbaugh.
And you feel that was every year that Harbaugh was there?
No, I mean, yeah, when Harbaugh was there,
yeah.
I mean, it was, but like I said, it was good. It was not that bad. At least to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We made it to the Super Bowl.
But after that year, which team
from there on, they slipped.
Yeah. See, that's where I started having a problem right there. All of a sudden, the league figured out Cap and Cap was our whole offense. You know what? Cap was pretty much between him and Frank Gore, and occasionally Crabtree and Vernon Davis. Cap was killing teams by himself for a while, and then all of a sudden they figured out Cap.
Crabtree got scared against Shulman at the last play. That's why we lost the game, because Shulman came from and took the ball from him, and the Seattle won.
Yeah, I know. And not only that, they changed the rules. You know what? They actually changed the rules for anybody who ran out of on the option. If you read option, if a quarterback ran where they used to be protected, as soon as that quarterback leaves the pocket, he is now fair game. So that's when the game got altered. They start putting spies out there. As soon as Cap stepped out the pocket, they were all over him, and it sort of ruined his game. But anyway, and that's when I started saying the offense started to go downhill from there. So that goes all the way back to 2013. 2014.
Yeah, they were good back then, but now I think if we get Foster, he'd be a good pick. But like I said, we got the new coach. I believe in Shanahan. Whoever he picks up, I'm not going to argue with it.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Trust in the man Shanahan. This is not an everyday average coach. This is a very intelligent, sharp individual. People treat and talk about him like he ain't no more than Chip Kelly or Jimmy T. You guys be lucky to win 3 games. We'll be lucky to win 4 games. Well, maybe we might win 5. Okay. Anyway.
But they do need help in defense a little bit. They do need help on defense because every time I watch the games and the Cowboys came back and won that, so they do need help. They need to tune up on defense too.
Yeah, no, and that's true. But one thing we need to all remember, though, too, is the fact is, if you now change the scheme, which they've done, you change the dynamic of that defense. It's not going to look anything like it did last year. Number one, the run game will be stymied. Now, the thing I'm most concerned with, Nighthawk, is that over-the-top action. The 49ers are going to probably be able to apply pressure now, especially with the health of the Armstead, and if we can just get Aaron Lynch to be serious. That is going to provide a lot of rush. And Buckner, it's going to take 2 or 3 guys to stop him. So, and then also, if any of these guys, Eli Harold, Tank Carradine, Ronald Blair, if any of those guys go back to their form of what they were like when they got drafted out of college, we will have a pass rush. Now, here's what I worry about, Nighthawk. If indeed we can stop that deep pass, if Jimmy Ward can hold down that position, well, I do like
we need somebody
chances.
who can go. We need somebody who can go to the quarterback too.
The quarterback, no, that's the front line rush. So the cornerbacks, that's still undecided.
But I'm saying that we need a defense player who can come like quick off the defense and get to the quarterback real quick.
No, don't worry. The quarterback's in trouble this year. This I will promise. I will promise that right now. And in every game that is not the case, I will be here. Everybody can give me some grief because I said the pass rush will be a lot different this year than it was last year. I ain't talking about a little bit.
But they need to go after. They have to have pressure on that quarterback. They have to have pressure.
All 4 quarters. Every last quarter, you got to put pressure on that quarterback.
Yep.
Let me address Tyler. Tyler, Nighthawk is the co-host tonight, so you got to wait till this weekend. The Hawkman, superhero and all. Okay. So anyway, let me get another question. Which player would piss you off if we drafted at number 2? Not a sickness. That's a sick question. You already know which would piss me off. Hey, Nighthawk, what's the worst guy we could draft at number 2?
I'm not sure.
You know what? I am not going to step on anybody's choice of number 2 tonight. I am not going to say anything about that guy. Stanford. I'm not going to say anything about him. I am not going to say anything about anybody's favorite number 2 pick. I
don't care who get number 2 pick. I don't know. I don't care. Whoever get number 2, I don't care.
All right. Go ahead. Wants to know what you got. Niners going this preseason. How many wins? Oh, in the preseason, how many wins or losses? How many games do we play in preseason? 4.
4.
4 games?
Yeah.
I think we'll lose every last one of them. The 49ers should go 0-4. I hope they go 0-4 because I want every stone unturned. I want to make sure that every guy is looked at. So that means if my starters go out there and they're just beating the hell out of the other team, that's BS. That shows me nothing. I want to know about Eli Harold, Tank Carradine, Ronald Blair. I have a feeling Ronald Blair's going to have a great year anyway. I want to know about the guys I don't know about. So if the 49ers go 0-4, I'll be fine. Just be ready. Or maybe on the third, the most important game is the third game, right? That's the game we take serious. That's full dress. Third game, I want to see my starters out there for the first half. If they look like they can execute Kyle style, 1-3 then. Okay? Yeah. That's all right. Okay. Hey, go hard. 1-3. Go hard. You go with 8. 1-3 okay with you? Go hard. Huh? Go hard. If we go 1-3. Yeah, I'm not keeping you awake, Emma. If we go 1, it's kind of late. Go hard's out on the East Coast. If we go 1-3, will you be happy with that? Oh, I'm sorry. Call him Go hard again. There's that Dole. No wonder he's not answering. Nighthawk! I'm talking to Go hard, and I'm trying to talk to Nighthawk at the same time. You can't. It's like juggling. I couldn't get the balls right. Hey, Nighthawk, 1-3. You okay with that?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
I knew he'd like that. There's time with a question that probably nobody can answer. Are we going to wear a throwback jersey week 1 or just red jerseys? We have 75 anniversary throwbacks in Madden that war versus Chargers and Steve Young Super Bowl. No way to answer that, Tad. I got to get that one later. How many starters does your mock have? Oh, I'm gonna, of course. My first pick, of course, is going to be a starter because he's a round 1 pick. So you got Christian's going to be a starter, but not in the same traditional way as starters start. Christian could be anywhere on that line. He's got so many things. Although I'm going to start Christian off as a return specialist for a couple of games, and then I'm going to see, and then I get back to the guy we used last year. So my starters, Corey Davis, of course, is going to be a starter. Jordan Leggett's probably going to be a starter. Rasul Douglas could win that job. Budda Baker, he's going to have to deal. And here's where Jimmy Ward comes in. Can Jimmy Ward deal with Budda? I probably can. But that's going to be a fun competition to watch. Dalvin Tomlinson could give Earl Mitchell a run for his money. And that's about it. So I got 1, 2, possibly 3, 4, 5, 6, possibly. Yeah. I think I got 6 out of those. I'm sorry, say again. Say again.
I hope they get Corey Davis.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Corey Davis is definitely... Corey Davis is a dream come true. As I say, I'm so tired of the 49ers not having anybody to scare any other defensive coordinator. We come into town and all people do is worry about the defense. And last year they didn't even worry about the defense. So, this year I want to see something different other than what we've seen. And also, Kenneth, we talked to Nighthawk about that yesterday. Nighthawk, he's just considered the name Iron Man. Iron Man is also red and gold. And yeah.
I might call myself Iron Man.
Go Hard approves of that too. Andre Smith says it's cool with me as long as we're getting better. There you go. All right. The Felix Naveza Ohana says, why don't try Ronald Blair at DeLeo? Hey, this is what I'm saying. There's no need to add another army of defensive linemen when you've got guys that were good in the 4-3 before. Address that offense. It is in dire need. This is why I said that. Thank you, Niner Elite. Over. Hey, let me ask Nighthawk about this one. Nighthawk, if you got a choice between Solomon Thomas and Christian McCaffrey, who would you take?
I'll go with Thomas.
There you go. I've been voted down again. All right, fine. There you go. All right. So that says, Tyler, why are you going on Solomon? What is that? Why are you getting on Solomon? What's your reason? Oh, okay. All right. Let's. We done. That's all the questions. All right. Anyway, so that's me. And you probably expected an offensive heavy run because, as I say, I think the defense last year was mostly crippled due to injuries. And I know you're saying, well, what if they get injured again this year? Well, if they do, then some of the guys that we drafted will still be injured as well, right? This is why. And that, you see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I don't want to add a third year in a row. I'm going to add a defensive lineman when I need a number 1 wide receiver. This is the year to start it. I've got one of the best minds in football as far as offensively, and I need
I can decide this. If they get Corey Davis number 2, I'll be happy with that. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah, I thought about Corey Davis, but I got a plan. I think that I really do believe that my boy, Christian McCaffrey, is going to be used in so many ways that he's going to drive defenses absolutely nuts. Between him and Juice, you're not going to be able to plan for these guys.
Now, he going to confuse somebody. He might confuse some people. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. That's why I want him. This is not an ordinary ball player. He's not just a running back. He's an OW. I like having 2 OWs. All right, go ahead and vote. Go ahead and vote. You've got options. There you go. Oh, Nighthawk. We're getting ready to go. I'm gonna get you. Are we out of here? Let me see. Is there anything else? Ian thinks Mixon is better, but Ian, you know the 49ers are not going to draft Mixon. All right, this is what I'm saying. I'm trying to keep it where players I know I can get. That Carlos Hyde always hurt though. Yeah, but we got backups this year. All right, is there anything about our running backs? When you figure that they picked up 3 guys between Harris, Hightower, and also the threat of Michael Davis there. Anyway, they got plenty of running backs. I'm not, they got, even if they're going to pick up another running back no matter what. It may not be in the first round, but they're going to pick up another running back probably for sure. They may even pick up Leonard Fournette. This could all be, they're acting as if they don't really want Fournette, but they want to put him out there, make sure they show the love for Fournette, knowing that somebody else does want him. He's like the best chip you can use if you want to trade. All right. Depressed Niner fan says we obviously need help everywhere, but why not take the best player available? And also, Depressed Niner fan, BPA. That's why Trent Baalke is in the position he's in now. Even if you can take the best player available, take the best player available for you. Not necessarily, the best player available maybe in the first and second round. You're going to take defensive linemen in the first and second round? You see, that's what I'm saying. You got to watch out with that term BPA, right? Nighthawk, I'll tell you what, man.
Yeah.
I'll let you go, man, because I know you. Look, Nighthawk is laying back. He's all relaxed. Give me that Go Niners, will you?
Go Niners!
Yeah. I guess I'm being forced to do mine, too.